you. She was in love, and I'd ask you how. I mean, why? What kind of love from a nigga would black your eye? What kind of love from a nigga every night make you cry? Hey y'all. Y'all come on in here. I want to talk to some people today. Hey y'all, let me know that you're here. Say hi to me. Let's see who's in here today. Tag somebody. If you know someone who's been in a domestic violence relationship or maybe coming out of one, tag them, add them, share this with them. But y'all definitely come on in here. Hey, Coach. How are y'all? I see y'all coming on in here. This song gonna always slap, y'all. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. So let's go on and jump into it. Hey, y'all. How are you doing? Let me take my website out of here for the moment. So you all can come in here and chat with me. And as always, I'm still doing my survey. So if you come in, feel free to scan this QR code and take the survey. But today, this is not about business. Today, we are going to talk about a more serious topic. And we are going to talk about domestic violence. I think it's a perfect time to talk about it. It's Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And I understand that some people are at a place that they are not comfortable talking about domestic violence. I, too, myself was not once comfortable talking about it. And shout out to my sis, Jerisa. We had a conversation and I realized, I was like, wow, I'm over this. Like, I didn't realize that I was kind of like holding it back. But I also got to a point I realized that there were some people who maybe need to hear my story. I had got to a point where I realized that me going through my domestic violence situation actually was, it was not ideal. I didn't want that to happen, but I understand now that the woman that I've grown into, that was for a reason. And that reason was for me to be able to talk about my story to help someone else out of theirs. So just to jump into it, I'll give a little bit of the backstory, and I won't include names or anything like that. But some people look at me and they think, oh, I'm this strong person. I've never been in a domestic violence relationship or any of those things. And that is not the case. I want people to quit looking at women that they think are strong and thinking that they don't go through stuff as well. And understand that some of us wear our armor and our battle scars well, right? So I have a scar here. And you can't really tell because I'm not as close. But this scar right here is a domestic violence scar. I was burnt with a hot knife at work at that. So, but like I can laugh about all of this stuff now in my head. I can laugh about it all because I understand that those are just battle scars. But what I want to share with someone is that these battle scars that you can physically see were nothing compared to the mental scars that actually hindered me and that held me back and kept me stuck in situations a lot longer than I probably should have been in them. So to give a little bit of the backstory, when you're dating people, you kind of get caught up in wanting to fix them and be everything for them that they complain that they never had. And you want to just bring this love to them that they probably didn't realize they were missing and all of this good stuff. But the thing is, listen, y'all, we cannot fix people. And it's just point blank, period. Like, we can give resources, tools, all those good things, but it is not your responsibility to fix people. And when you're in relationships, especially as a woman, not saying that this don't happen to men, but this applies to anyone who is in a relationship where someone is being mentally, emotionally, physically abusive to them. My advice to you is to get out, okay? Because I want you to understand something. If they do it once, they'll do it again. And the thing is, it didn't start out as a physical, it didn't start out physical, right? It all started out as emotional and mental abuse. And we don't think about that being abused because we're like, they're just expressing themselves. They're just, they're just angry, but we'll just be their punching bag. Stop it. You are not no one's punching bag. Whether they are punching you with words or punching you physically, you are not their punching bag. Okay? You don't have to take ownership of what people are saying to you, and you don't have to take it, what people are saying to you. You have the choice to walk away. So when I did my glow up challenge, that stuff is serious, y'all. I'm so serious. Like glowing up and being able to see that you're in the thick of something that is not beneficial to you is serious. Domestic violence is serious. Any type of abuse is serious. And I need some ladies and some men to understand this. If someone is not treating you the way that you want to be treated, it is okay to walk away. Because those words tend to become actions afterwards. And see, and here it goes, right? It started out with the words, and I was just like, I can't take it. You ain't gonna beat me up with words. And so me being the person that I was on some, oh, okay, so you want to talk like that? You think your mouth slick? Okay, your mouth gonna write a check that your ass can't cash. That's the type of stuff that I was on. And I was about it. And so I'm like, okay, your mouth wrote a check that your ass can't cash, and now I'm gonna bust you in your mouth. But guess what? That is not cool. That stuff was not cool, y'all. And the woman that I am today, I know, walk away. You can see the signs far ahead. People will tell you who they are, and you better believe them. So when you're in the thick of it, I want you to understand that when people are physically or mentally, emotionally abusing you, ask yourself, why am I taking ownership of this? What is so hard for me to get out of this? Because I understand that some women are like, you don't know what I'm going through because I can't get out of it because this and that. Ladies, men, there are resources. Use them. Please use the tools that are available for you to get out of those situations, because those things will quickly turn physical. And because what happens is sometimes some people, they kind of back into a corner and they just say, I don't know what to do. And they just continue to allow it because they don't feel like they know a way out. And then there's other people who look at it and say, you know what? It's going to be life or death for me. Because that's the point that I got to. I got to the point where I didn't care about dying. I didn't care about going to jail. I had kids too. I didn't care. I was like, my mama will watch my kids. She'll keep them. Because if I have to go to jail, if I die about this, it's whatever. And it's not. It is not. Trust me. Right? Like when you find yourself being pushed down a flight of steps, yep, that happened. When you find yourself getting pushed through a wall, yep, that happened. I mean, literally put a hole in the wall for real. This stuff happens. When you find yourself being choked until you're blacked out, yes, this stuff happens. And that's when it's gone way too far. And a lot of times, everyone gets to a breaking point. But the thing is, you want to get out before you get to a breaking point. Because I didn't realize it then. And when I got this scar right here on my arm, I was being tough girl. I was at work. They was like, stop talking to me. Stop talking to me. And I was like, you can't make me stop talking. And I'm going to burn you with this hot knife. Yeah, right. That's exactly what I said. Yeah, right. And here I am years later with a scar on my arm. Because I act like shit didn't stink. And shit always stinks. Shit always stinks, y'all. So believe people when they tell you stuff. If someone says, man, I slapped the out of you, believe them. Walk away. Because even at that moment, they may not feel like they will at that moment. But if you do the wrong thing the wrong way, your ass can be grass. I got backhand while I was driving with my child in the car. Like I'm telling y'all, this stuff is serious. And all of this resulted from me feeling like I was tough, right? Feeling like I'm tough to deal with the stuff that's going on. And I'm alive, so clearly I was tough enough. But that doesn't mean that I had to do that. And see, what happened was the emotional scars and the mental scars was a lot worse than the physical stuff. I don't remember the way that slap feel right now. I don't really remember exactly how I felt in the moment when I was flying in midair down a flight of steps. I don't remember that stuff. I don't have a physical scar to resemble that stuff, but I had a mental scar that told me I was not good enough, that told me I deserved for stuff like that to happen to me. That told me I wasn't ugly. I wasn't going to get anyone who was going to treat me right. Those were mental scars that violence brought to me. And that's why it's so important to get out of those situations. Because when you realize that the harm that's being done is a lot greater and it's going to cost you a lot, it's going to cost you a couple of more years to get over, you'll say, let me get out of this now because I want to be better for me. And if you have kids and your kids are witnessing this stuff, I want you to just, and I know when you hear stuff, you can't unhear it. But you have to understand that if you got kids and your kids are seeing you going through domestic violence, that only tells them that it's okay. That when they become adults and they're in a relationship, that it's okay for someone to put their hands on them. It's okay for someone to yell at them and talk crazy to them. And you know what they're going to say? Well, I saw my parents go through that. I saw my mom allow that happen. And it's so crazy, right? Because we know every time I was about to fight, I left my kids because I knew it. And you know why I knew it? Because in my head, I was like, I'm sick of this. Not tonight. He coming here with that bullshit tonight. It's going to be on and popping. I done pulled a knife. I done pulled a gun. I done pulled a hammer. I done did all of this stuff. I done been damn near like withheld in my own house. Withheld in my own house. I mean, like they not trying to let me leave. They done broke my car key, so they and broke my phone to leave me abandoned, and I wasn't even nowhere near my family. So what I'm telling you is, don't wait till it get to that point, y'all. Do not wait till it get to that point. If you know someone who is going through something, here's the thing: when you're trying to be a friend to someone going through this, because my friends they kind of knew, but they didn't know what I was really going through, and they was just like, well, Tia must be back with such and such, cause she MIA again, and that's how it kind of looks like. They kind of get you isolated a little bit. And not saying that everyone who wants to move you somewhere or do something different with you in your life is just trying to isolate you. But you got to read the signs ahead of time, y'all. You got to know what's going on. But see, I had already been through this the first time after I got pushed down the flight of steps. So in my head, I was like, I ain't going through that no more. So the next time I'm in a relationship and someone lip locking with me and they trying to talk, they are talking to me in a way that I'm like, whoa, like you really feel like that about me? The person who said they love me will talk to me this way. So the thing is, love don't hurt. Love don't mistreat you. Love don't abandon you. Love don't leave you in a love don't leave you like that. Love ain't gonna leave you stranded. Love ain't gonna put their hands on you. Love is not gonna even try to mentally scar you. But the thing is, no one else is responsible for your happiness, right? No one is responsible for your happiness, and you are not responsible for someone else's happiness. You got to understand, y'all, this stuff is serious. There are plenty of resources. So after I get off this live, I know I got a couple of people who work in these areas. I myself, I realize the more I'm becoming more walking into my coaching business, I'm realizing that's why it's for me. I'm realizing it's for me because I know the stuff that I've been through. I know what I won't go through again. And I actually can help someone walk out of these situations, right? I trust my intuition because my intuition will tell me up front, something just is not right. And you got to trust that. You got to trust it. If you are with someone and all they do is nag and they bitching and they complaining, why you got to stay? Because you love them? Because you love them, right? Love, that's love. Love make you feel that way, or are you just so eager to have someone with you to say, I got somebody? Hey, Miss Sharon. Hey, Jude. Yes, I don't mind. But listen, y'all, you don't have to stay in a relationship to say you got somebody. You don't have to stay in these relationships because y'all got kids together. Because the thing is, it does not benefit the kids in no kind of way. It does not benefit the kids in no kind of way. And see, a lot of times like that, a lot of people are only trying to demonstrate to you what they are feeling themselves. It has absolutely nothing to do with you. Domestic violence is real. There are women who die out here for real. There are men who are dying. There is no reason. Your life is a lot more valuable than what those people are trying to tell you. I mean, and to the point that even afterwards, even after you walk away, they will still come for you. But you have to stand up within yourself and say, I'm better than this. What I went through does not belong to me. I am not what I've been through, and I can be better. And I know better because I've been there. I've done that. I ain't gonna say I got my ass beat, y'all. I ain't gonna say that. But what I'm gonna say is that you don't have to be tough. You don't have to stand up and be tough in those situations. All you have to do is make up in your mind that you want better for you. And if you have kids, you want better for your kids. You want your kids to see a healthy parent. You want your kids to see a healthy mom. So you have to be able to say, I'm bigger than this situation, but I don't have to show it in a physical way. Being bigger than a situation is walking away from a situation that does not serve you. I'm telling you what I know. If you find yourself in a relationship that's triggering you and it's got you to the point where you're ready to start hitting them, walk away. Walk away. Because a lot of times we're all only reflecting what's going on with us internally. The abusers are only reflecting to you what they feel internally. Whatever they saying about you, they feel like that about themselves. And that's so serious because they love you because you've been together 10, 13, 15 years. You think that stuff is true? No. A lot of times we just stay stuck in them situations because of all the stuff that we attach to it. Let's see, I'm trying to read out some of these comments. Yes, and you have to overcome the shame of getting caught in an unhealthy. Oh, let me clap. Yes, Miss Sharon. Overcome the shame in that. Because listen, there is no shame in this. Listen, I ain't talk about this for a long time. Why? Because I said to myself, I don't want people thinking I'm trying to get back at this person by saying something about them and making them out to be negative, because that's not the case. Telling my story and anybody telling their story ain't got nothing to do with trying to shame other people or feel shame for yourself, because you have nothing to be ashamed of. What happened happened, and guess what? Stuff happens. Stuff happens. All my life I grew up saying, it won't be me. It won't be me. Ain't no man never gonna put their hands on me. I cut his hands off. Until a man put his hands on me. And then I found myself sitting there like, should I stab him in his sleep? Well, no, that's the father of my child, or this guy, or that's this guy, and I love him, and we've been together for this long. Mm-mm, mm-mm. I don't care, and they don't care. Right? Listen, no one cares, and you have to care about your own self in order to walk away, because your family, they care about you and they telling you, but to you, you're like, I can't hear this because you don't know what I'm going through. You ain't never been through this. And this is the stuff that I was telling my family, like, for real. My mama like, I don't know why you still with them. And I'm like, how you gonna try to tell me about somebody? You can't tell me about what I'm going through. Whole time she maybe could have told me what I was going through, but I didn't want to hear it. And you got to stop closing your ears to the truth. And you got to understand the bull crap that people saying about you is not true. And then the people that's trying to help you are really telling you the truth. That's the thing. We want to take the truth and we want to discredit what the truth is and the people that's trying to help us get out of it, because we done got attached to all the bull crap that these people that we say we love is telling us. Love does not hurt, y'all. I'm so serious. It doesn't hurt in any kind of way. It's very welcoming. It's kind. It's gentle. It's patient. So if you're doing something that's triggering your partner, understand it has nothing to do with you. Communication is everything. It is everything. And before you feel like you got to put your hands on somebody, have a conversation, right? Hey, I don't like this. I don't like the way this makes me feel. And from that point, you now give someone the option. You give them the choice to say that they don't like the way this makes them feel. Let me make a decision to do something different. If they don't make a choice to do anything different and they continue to mentally, emotionally, and physically abuse you, seek help and get out. I'm going to say it a little bit slower. Seek help and get out. Because you will stay stuck in a relationship. You'll stay stuck in a friendship. You'll stay stuck in a situationship where people who do not serve you and do not care to see you grow. You have to care to see yourself grow. I wanted to jump on here and I don't want to stay on here long. Like I said, I'm just going to tell bits and pieces of my story. Like I said, and I'll reiterate this because I see some more people have jumped on here. I've been pushed down a flight of steps. I've been burnt with a hot knife. I've been choked till I blacked out. And guess what? I have no shame about saying this on Facebook for the world to see. You know why? Because I know I got to a point to get out of it. Now, let me tell you about the tools, right? So now we done got all the gunk out the way. Let's talk about the tools to getting out of it. Surround yourself with people who want to help you, right? And if you in a situation and people are trying to help you, listen and understand if it's really helping you, or if somebody's like, girl, well, you know, he did this and he bought you that and he got this and he got that, he got a good job and all of this. Whew, Coach said something today and it blew my mind. She said I was young, dumb, and full of cum. And listen, quit being digmatized. A lot of us are standing in relationships because we digmatized, pussy whipped, whatever you want to call it. You know, I don't put sugar on shit for real. So like, you cannot let that be the reason of staying because you just trying to get a nut. You just a squirrel trying to get a nut. No, 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 y'all. So the tools are find resources. And like I said, I know there's some people on here, the people that I'm connected with that work in these areas. And I'll drop their information later in the chat, in the comment section, so you can come back, rewatch this video, and connect with these resources. But trust me, find the resources, make a game plan, right? If you are in a relationship or a situationship, whatever, that you feel like could be deadly for you, you don't have to react. Make a game plan. Make a game plan. If you have kids that are involved, make a game plan. Where can your kids go? See, a lot of us, we ruin our health when we are in these situations because of the abuse that we're going through, and we don't know how to let the help know that we need help. We just run them off. You can't run the help off. And if that's the case, if you ran the help off and you don't know how to regain that help, there's resources. There are facilities. There are people that really do this stuff as a profession. Get with these people. Get this information and set you a game plan of what day I need to go. How do I need to exit stage left? Okay, some of us are like, I don't have the money to get away. Okay, how can I start building relationships with people who can help me out of the situation? Who can I truly talk to? See, that's the thing. We don't think about this stuff when we're in the thick of it, because I didn't think about this, none of this stuff. I didn't think about none of this. I didn't even know how to ask for help because I was a person that felt like asking for help was jeopardizing my pride. Ask for help. Find somebody, get out of it. So again, I'm not going to be here long, but I'm going to leave y'all with this. You're in a domestic violence relationship. You are in a mentally abusive relationship. You're in an emotionally abusive relationship. Seek help, get out. Don't overthink it. Trust what you are doing is going to be the best for you going into the life that you know you deserve. You don't deserve to be beat on. You don't deserve to be mentally or emotionally abused. If you are not safe and you don't feel safe in your situation and you feel like I got to go to bed every night like, oh, maybe he might wake up, or maybe she might wake up with an attitude tomorrow. Maybe he might, or she might go out drinking tonight. You ain't got to do that, y'all. You don't have to do that. And I'm just here to give you a big virtual hug. I'm sending all of the good energy, love, the guidance, the steps, the tools, the resources, whatever you need to get out of those situations, y'all. Trust me when I say I was ready to throw it all away. Don't get to that point. You don't have to throw it all away. Your life has your life has purpose. and you know your life has purpose because you're still here. Don't quit. Don't give in. Don't break. You got it? Find help. Connect with people. Start rebuilding and mending some relationships that can help you get out of those situations. And again, you don't have to fight. You don't have to fight. Walking away in silence is more than enough for some people to get the picture. They will get the picture with your silence. And you feel like, okay, well, I left, but they kept calling me. Block them. Block them. Because people want to steal your energy. And the thing is, see what, and I'm going to get off of here, but I got to say this. I lost myself so much to the point that I didn't feel confident in no kind of way about nothing, about anything. I did not feel confident at all in myself. I didn't trust myself to make good judgment because I had allowed something to happen to me that I said would never happen to me. Y'all, you got to say, you know what, self, you're right. You didn't deserve that. That was not supposed to happen to you, but it did. And then you have to say, okay, self, what we going to do? What we gonna do? Okay, we gonna get out of this. Let's get out of this. Okay, what's the steps to get out of this? Okay, let me call such and such. Hey, I'm gonna meet you here or whatever. I'm not gonna bring anything because I don't want it to look like this or that. But I'm trying to get out of the situation and I need your help. And sometimes you have to talk in code. Prep your people. Prep your people for your code talk so you know what you need to do and what you need to say. But you got to get this stuff done, ladies and gentlemen. You got to get out of these situations. You are worthy of much, much more. You are greater than all of the things that ever happened to you and all of the things that were ever said about you. You are so much greater than that. So, again, I didn't want to jump on here too long. If you are needing help getting out of these situations, I'm going to drop the resources. If you have not already, jump over into the Manifestation Bootcamp. That bootcamp is amazing as far as learning to get to know yourself. And when you're in this process, getting to know yourself is going to be a major key because those are going to be the main things that's going to help you walk away because you're going to say, you know what, hold on. They're losing the trophy. You're not losing anything. Yes, exactly. When you leave, you cannot look back at all. At all. What's done is done. Because them hitting you was already done. Them mentally and emotionally scarring you is already done. The damage is already done. That's why you can't look back. You got to just keep going and move forward and trust that when you are moving forward, you know that you moving forward is to the path that is designed for your life because your life has more purpose than the stuff that people are dishing out. You are not what people say about you. You are not what people do to you. You don't have to stay married to an abusive relationship. Detach from that stuff, y'all. So don't want to be here long. If you want to dig deeper into this and you feel like, okay, I need a one-on-one session to kind of coach me, walk me through this, scan the code there, DM me, go to my website, whatever you need to do. Let's talk about this stuff. But please reach out to someone. We're all on Facebook every day, but we all going through stuff. Nobody knows what you're going through but you. And it's up to you to make a decision to say, I'm worth more. I want better for my life. So other than that, y'all, I'm gonna play this song one more time. One more time, because I need somebody to hear this. Y'all. Eve made this song forever. This stuff ain't new. Yep. Y'all. It is. Love is so blind, y'all. But it's not, it doesn't hurt. It's kind, it's gentle, it's patient. Love does not hurt. So, with that being said, thank you so much, Jude. Thank you so much. I'm telling you, Jerisa was like, so you ain't gonna talk about it to you? Huh? So what, you still have feelings towards it? I was like, no, like I could talk about this stuff, but I didn't realize that me talking about this meant that somebody else maybe needed to hear this. So, yeah. I'm out of here. I love you all. Have a great day. If you know someone that this is affecting, that's in this, share this with them. Tag me, DM me, whatever you got to do. But let's get these people out of here. It's Domestic Violence Awareness Month. If you know someone, love on them. You don't have to ask questions. Be there. Just be there for these people. Other than that, y'all, I'm out of here. See y'all.